Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain 5 technical questions from the CCNA. First, let's look at the first question. The first question asks us from router 21, which prefix is learned internally via EIGRP? There is only one EIGRP route, which is the one with the D flag 192.168.2.0. This route is learned through EIGRP. So the answer to this question is very clear. Just choose option D, right? We can see that in the routing table, there is only one entry with the D flag. So that's the answer to this question. So we see that the correct answer is option D. All right, let's look at the second question. The second question is about OSPF elections. Okay, this was the first question just now, and these were the options for the first question. As for the second question, it says that currently this DR is 5, which is this router 5. So who is the BDR? The BDR is router 4. Now, they both exist on this interface, and there's an overlap on this interface. The reason is that the network administrator wants the OSPF network to select different DR and BDR. So which operation should be implemented? This question is a bit wordy. Basically, it's asking whether we can let other devices serve as the DR or BDR. So the correct answer to this question is C. That means we want 2.3 to become the DR. After entering the interface of 2.3.0, we set its priority to the highest value. Then for 2.2, we want it to become the BDR, so we set its priority to the next highest value. That is the second largest, just a bit lower than 2.3, right? At this point, 2.3 becomes the DR, and 2.2 becomes the BDR. Why are 4 and 5 selected as the DR and BDR by default? It's because their root IDs are relatively large, so they're selected by default. When we manually specify, we just increase their priority. Priority is the first criterion, the top vector. If the priorities are the same, then the selection is based on the root ID. So the correct answer to this question is C. All right, let's look at the next question. This is another routing selection question. Routing selection means for traffic destined for this network segment, which route takes precedence? So the correct answer is A, which is the route 10.0.1.5. Now let's look here this one, the 1.0 route and the 1.5 route. Oh, that startled me for a second. We can see that both of these routes match, right? It's these last two routes, both of them match. Now, since both match, but they were learned through different protocols, OSPF and EIGRP, their administrative distances are different, right? The administrative distance for OSPF is 110, which is for this A address is 110. And the administrative distance for EIGRP is 90. So we choose the EIGRP route, which is the very last one here. The correct answer to this question is indeed A, which is the first option. Yes, choose A. All right, this question is again about route selection. For route selection, it asks us, well, the source address is this, and this is the destination address. So source and destination addresses. It wants to know, for packets going to this destination address, what is the subnet mask of the matched route? Now, let's look at the destination address. The destination address is 10.10.8.14. 10.10.8.14. is a destination address, specifically address number 2. Looking at the routing table, we see that it matches this directly connected route with a 28-bit mask. These directly connected routings, we use the longest prefix match. This subnet is 10.10.8, and there's only this one precise match, which is the 8.0 subnet. It's 28-bit mask when we convert it to binary, or rather to decimal. It is 255.255.255.240, right? So the correct answer to this question is B. Because this 8.0 subnet includes the 28-bit 8028, it covers this 14 as well. So the correct answer is no, it's B. The correct answer is B. Let's check the correct answer. It's B. All right, question 5. For this 5th question, it's also about OSPF selection. Basically, it wants us to figure out how to make R2 become the DRC designated router on this link. So which commands must we configure? Just now, the correct answer was B. That is, on its 00s interface, this interface here, you need to configure it with, let me check, hold on a second. Configure a route for let's write a route first. Because the configuration isn't separated here. So first, write the IP address, assign the IP address, and it's for this subnet, right? 10.0.0.32. This is a network address with a 27-bit mask. Take note of that. The left side is assigned to 33, and the right side is assigned to 34. This is marked here. So we assign the address 10.0.0.34 here with a subnet mask length of 27 bits. Then we set a priority here. High priority of 100 will do. So the correct answer to this question is B. Alright, submit. Coughs. If you want to learn Cisco technologies or get access to the Cisco question bank, please send me a private message, or you can leave a comment below the video for technical discussions.